What's up, YouTube? So it's been about a month now since we've actually filmed anything on the twin turbo LS swapped Fusion. So we're out here again today. We were out here yesterday. We didn't have any time to film. We were just kind of grinding a little few things out, and so we got pretty much the wing figured out and finished the way I wanted it. We kind of still need to make a cut on the winglets, but that's no big deal. We're actually starting on the front end now. We've cut the factory front clip off the car, and we're gonna box it and tube it. So that's what he's doing right now. He's getting that all squared away. We kind of got a list of the few things we need to do before we can send the car back home, and we can start wiring the car and getting the motor built, trans slapped in there. So yeah. So here's what we need to finish up. We need to go to the wing, cut the winglets, add Zeus fasteners. So we're gonna take a little bit of material off this so it sits flush with the body line. And here's the wing. Let me see if I can get camera zoom out. There we go. So here's the wing now. It's got Team Z adjustable struts on it. It's all fixed to the car. Won't go nowhere now. We also redid the duckbill, so we can adjust it going up and down. Looks super nice that way. I added a bunch of nut certs, so the wing cannot flex at all. Actually, the whole trunk flexes. You can probably sit on this thing and not hurt it anymore. So that's done. We go back over here. We gotta cut the front end off and start bending the tube and brackets for accessories like headlights. We don't have to do the radiator now. I can do that when it's back at home at my own shop. And then I can do a few other little brackets, but he's going to make sure the headlights fit, everything else like that, and the fenders can sit on there. Then we go to the motor plates. We got to box the firewall, fill all the holes, the factory holes in the firewall, because everything will be re-drilled and done differently. Mid plate and motor plate, that's kind of a thing that we need to do, since I don't feel like the solid mounts are going to really be all that smart of an idea on an aluminum block making over 1,000 horsepower. It's just going to add a lot of stress to the cylinders, or to the block, I should say. And then we need to make a small clearance on the cowl for the intake. And then we need to make suspension. We got to do lower control arms that are adjustable, so we can get some caster into the wheels. If you see, they're kind of sitting about 2 inches too far forward, and you can't pull the K-member any further back, so that has to be done. It'll also give us camber adjustment as well. And then inside, we got to get the trans tunnel kind of back together. It's still in there. We just got to put it all back together, get that all squared away. And then I have a shifter on the way. It is a TCI blackout. I can't remember exactly what it is. It's a Outlaw blackout shifter. And then I got to put a rear firewall in here. Excuse all this stuff in here, but all this has got to come out soon too. But back here, all this has to be blocked off with some plate, so that the gas tank doesn't expose to the car. So it's NHRA certified. And then we got to start the cage, the biggest process. It's going to be an 850 cert cage out of chromoly, and we're going to get started on that real soon after everything else is done. So we got to get all this. We gotta get all this stuff out of the car. Most of that shit's just gonna get thrown in the trash. Get the trans tunnel all back together, which is simple. It's all Zeus clipped, Zeus fasteners. And then, so we've cut the front end off. We kind of got to make a few adjustments before we can lay plates. We're going to run plates down here. All of it's going to unbolt. I think that's going to be a cool design because a lot of them are just welded straight to the frame. And once it's on there, it's on there. You can't really get in there. See, if I need to pull the motor out or I need to get into a tight space, it's easier to do that way. So yeah, that's where we are. And now he's going to start making these plates and show you all that. We also got the front runners on here. These aren't going to be the ones that I run. I'm actually borrowing these from a buddy of mine, Cameron. Thank you for letting me borrow them, by the way. So he's let me borrow these. So we can actually see that the car is actually supposed to be a race car. When we had those other wheels on there, just look really goofy. So you can see the wheel sits kind of like this, and it's actually too far forward. So we need to bring it back, and we need to bring it in a little bit. Be fine. We'll get it all done. This suspension's going to go anyways. The control arms are going to go anyways too. So the cylinder heads are back from Dustin over at Grip and Dip Racing. They look really good. I had a Speedmaster 2-piece intake manifold on here, and we had a lot of clearance issues. So we ended up going with a Holley low ram 2-piece. That should, and it's got dual fuel rails, so if I want to run 16 injectors, I can do that as well. These still need to be sent to a machine shop so they can be hot tanked. We need to get the BTR trunnion upgrade, the 660 valve springs, Molly valves. What else? Oh, chromoly push rods. Then the head should be finished. We're not going to do anything to the rockers. Leave the factory rockers. It's already got cam bearings in here. I've got a BTR Stage 2 twin turbo cam, which is sitting in storage, ready to go. Joe from Grip and Dip Racing ended up giving me some APR main cap bolts, and we'll get those over to the machine shop when we drop the block off. The block has already been to the machine shop once. It's been decked, it's been honed. It needs to be rehoned and hot tanked because all the dust and aluminum and everything else around it, we'll get that done. So the mid plates will connect here all the way back and connect the transmission and the block back there. And then once we get the tubes built around here, we'll have the mid plate connect to the tubes. We got this side of the plate tacked into place. It's working on this side now. So we got the other side tacked into place. Now we need to do the bottom plates.
Dang, I did that pretty fucking good. It's both inch and an eighth from the bottom. Well, I mean, plus or minus like 30 seconds or so, but
it's pretty good.
Gotta make sure they're right in the center.
So we got all the plates tacked in on both sides. Later this week, Stevie's gonna come out here and do the tubed front end, or start bending all the tube for it, get it tacked into place, and yeah, we can start test fitting all that. And yeah, so that's how we're gonna end this video. Oh, screw!